Now, Captain Smart, I beg you, Pebia, why not the baby and who give problems to the MPP? Try and bring certain things to bear about the MPP. But then now you come had it. In answer be over Kebia and Sabi among foot in the chin. And even from the NDC oil camp who proclaimed it in 7 be there. I had that one penasami, or from our food to my family Kuska. Yati oil information be from oil Poladomo to Nakachi. Yabako de quick in Navia, the China comment section.
Sammy J. says you poor minority. Say, no. How can Sammy J. say that? And then you go and listen to the news. It's 12 o'clock. Here's Joy News. Okay. Sammy J. says that he said, meanwhile, then the story has ended. What about you, the media house? Where is your research work? You are the one informing the general public. General public did not tune in to 99.7 or 97.3 City to listen to Sammy J. View. They tuned in to listen to City Radio or to Joy FM or to OK FM or to Asempa Radio. That's what they tune in to listen. So you have a responsibility to put out information that has to be correct. You do not always listen to MPP, NDC, and then you put the story together. You must have. So that after you have said what MPP has said, after you've said what NDC has said, they said that, okay, but now here's Joy News Research Desk. X number person. What did you find? He said, okay, we found out that there's a conflict between Article 77, 97, and 99. And how the conflict resolved, we spoke to this judge. He said this. We spoke to this person. He said this. Our in-house lawyer said this. Then you are beginning to build credibility for your media house. Because nobody wants media houses not to give their opinion. Everybody is happy with that. That's what Fenny was saying. You can give your opinion. What we render on the touch screen is purely our editorial opinion. We have to make sure that it's correct. Otherwise, people don't respect what we do. If we put things out here that are wrong, people don't respect what we do. If people don't respect what we do, we are out of business. So that's our responsibility, that whatever we put out here must be solid. And then we can add other opinions. People tune into Good Evening Ghana to watch Good Evening Ghana, not necessarily to listen to a politician. If listening to the politician helps them to form an opinion, they are happy that Good Evening Ghana brought that politician. Okay, they say I'm talking too much. I should stop. I'm very passionate about media stuff when it comes. But I saw my friend Captain Smart saying something when he got very disappointed about the NDC's inability to take up the majority seat in parliament. He said something about NDC. Look, listen to my friend God's Braid. Listen.
NDC a useless grouping. And NDC a useless grouping. And NDC a useless grouping. And NDC a useless grouping.
Well, I don't want you to wash it out. Even though wash it out, which you want to kind of wabonadama. It is not actually easy for you to have this editorial works there every now and then.
What do you say? And run, I do not meet yes. And run, I do that. It is not a problem. It is about the people who are advancing the course of the campaign for either candidate. I think that the people advancing the course of the campaign for John Mahama must step up their game. We have 44 days to go, but they still must step up their game, because as of today, everyone knows that Dr. Bawumia has done more campaigning than John Dramani Mahama. Well, did Dr. Bawumia need to do more campaigning? Yes, he did. He needed to. He was a government candidate. People said the economy is not working. People said he's a liar. He needed to come out of his shell and show the people what he has been doing in the back room. After 6 months, 4 months of the campaign trail, it appears that gradually people are beginning to hear Dr. Bawumia out. They're hearing him out. And it's sort of changing some things for his fortune in the December election. It's beginning to look another way. Okay, it's 1 minute past 10 o'clock on the clock. Let me bring in this conversation as we talk about campaign. And we'll be mounting the touchscreen very soon on the book, and then also on the American election. Wait for that. Okay. The message. I was talking about John Mahama's campaign, and I've been concerned about it, that when we have elections in Ghana in 2028, we want it to be such that both political parties have a high-profile level of plans, programs, slogan, policy. We have to bring it up to that level. That's what I've been worried about. I've been worried about a campaign that doesn't seem to be pushing up to tell the youth that this is what I have for you. When the campaigns do that, it suggests that they don't respect the Ghanaian people. They don't care about them. Because you want people to vote for you, you really must have a message. You must put a message together. It may be wrong, it may be left, it may be right, but it is a message. You must have something that you are communicating to the people and telling them that this is the reason why I want you to vote for me. If you are not telling them the reason why you want them to vote for you, then why are you running the election? Why should they give you the power in the social contract? Rousseau's social contract. We should give you the power so that you can rule, but you're not telling us what you're going to use the power for, because the power belongs to all of us, you see. So if we give it to one person, which we all do on December 7th, we have to at least know what that person is going to do. We are all not going to vote for him, and human beings all over the world don't vote because of policy only. People vote because of other reasons, and you have to grant human beings that. They vote because I may vote because somebody is handsome. I vote because he's tall. I vote for a woman because she's pretty. I vote for a man because he speaks my language. I vote for a man because his name is like my own. Yes, there will be all of that kind of thing. It will be there. But it will be reduced to a significant minimum once the policy decisions, the big ticket issues, why are we voting for you? Here's a conversation between Ambassador Spielgabra, NDC stalwart, and City FM's Bernard Avle, speaking just after the 2016 election. And I'm suggesting to you that the things that Spielgabra said in that interview are relevant and present today. Have a look.
I've asked NDC communicators what was our communication message for 2016. They say, well, they can't remember it. And when I asked them what was MPP's message for Ghana in 2016, they rattle off a lot of things. 2016, about message. Nyaka Ghana for the yaba. What about my henna yebe? One of the your messages nibi. Obi aman nsado, obi aman nsado. Messages are walk there yaba. What about my henna? Yes, then. Any message? Oh, the man. Hey, slogan you then. Changing lives, transforming Ghana. Okay. We'll change your life and transform Ghana. I see. You see, MPP forward message in one of the KB. 2016 election. This is one fact. How about ZBO? I say. Very good. How about ZBO? Three SHS. One down.
These are your communicators.
NDC communicators, 58 of them in Ashanti region, and many other delegates I've met all over the country.
They couldn't
tell me what message NDC had for the people of Ghana in 2016. Maybe if you raise your hands, what was our message? No, seriously. And they say, well, we didn't have a message. Whatever message we had.
There is the infrastructure, something.
No, they say, well, there's a green book, but the green book is not the message. And in the case, the green book only demonstrated that NDC had done wonderful infrastructure work. Yes, very important. But the election was not about the past. All elections are about the future.
And with there will be a NDC, so all kind of I'm telling you there.
All right, so you saw that one. Now contrast Spielgabra's concerns with what Dr. Bahumia is telling the creative arts people. Have a look at that as well.
And before what about Mama Mazana with the Mazana share video no. Share video no business and video. The about share video of Atibia Dr. Mahamadou Bahumia Waka. Now, in contrast with Asama Spielgabra,
all the streaming platforms like Spotify and so on are all externally owned. And so when we put our music on those platforms, it's not surprising that the returns in terms of the payments that are made to our musicians are very little. Very little. And they are not much to write home about in general. And so the issue for us of making sure we have a streaming platform locally for music and put in all the catalogs from A to Z that we can find in Ghana on the platforms. That has been something that it has needed to be done for a long time. And so we've been working on this issue Musica, Gamro, the music producers, and the private sector, the IT sector. We've been trying to, over the last couple of years, see about putting together a music streaming platform, digital platform for Ghanaian content developers in the creative arts, as I said, to facilitate the tracking, collection, and distribution of royalties in the first place, and also to enable creativeness and assess and manage revenue, and also to help maximize opportunities. So that is a very, very important part. I had a meeting today. As I said, one of the meetings I was to have today was to get an update, and we'll take some decisions on the streaming platform. On the streaming platform, I am very happy to let you know that the work has been completed. The work has been completed, and we have joint work between Musica, Gamro, the music producers, and the private sector, and it has been completed. And we are going to support this and make sure that we take care of the development expenses related to this platform for the industry. So in all, I think today I was satisfied after the various presentations that were made to me that we are ready to outdoor this new local streaming platform for Ghanaian musicians and film producers.
That was Alhaji Bahamadu Baumia talking to the musicians and the stars, the creative arts people, about how he wants to help them make returns from streaming platforms. And so he's going to create a national streaming platform, because when you stream on Spotify, the deductions are many. Deduction to the government, where Spotify is taxpayers, deduction to Spotify's tax, deduction. But if you're streaming it locally, it might be better. It might work better, and you might make more money. That's what he's telling the musicians. That's what he's thought about their problem. He's been sitting down thinking about their problem, because they are an important stakeholder. They are an important part of the Ghanaian community, and they are an important part if we want to use them for a development agenda. Every country uses its creative arts for a development agenda. So you can't have India without Bollywood. You can't have America without Hollywood. And it is a very, very critical part of the development agenda, and something also to be able to export. So every politician, every leader must be able to think about creative arts. He must sit down and have days and hours thinking about what we do with creative arts, because we do have the talent. That's what some countries don't have. We have an amazing flow of talent in that area. So that's what Dr. Baumia was doing. So when you have a leader without a message, and he's not also thinking about what can I do for people who have water tanks? What can I do for people who sell blocks? What can I do for people who buy petrol every day in their trotro? What can I do for people who are buying kerosene? These are the things that when leaders do, it brings out the policy. They sit down and think about it. They are driving through town, they are walking through town, or they go to some village. They look at it and say, what can I do for these people? Look at how far they have to walk to fetch water. What is he, when he says, what do I have to do for these people? What is he discussing? He's discussing, what do I do with the taxpayers' money that the people are going to give to me? Because they're going to give the taxpayers' money to him. It's a round circle like a pizza. And he has to ship it. Water here, free SH has gone, this one gone, that one gone, that one gone. If you're not careful, everything will be gone. Then you have to borrow. So as a leader, you are thinking about how to maximize this effort so that you can spend the money in a way that maximizes the strength and talent of your people. And out of that, it can maximize your tax returns. And out of that, it can maximize the GDP of the country. So if you have a leader who is not doing that, who comes to a campaign and is just talking about things that you can tell that he's not been thinking about.
Now, Demra de baby out no. I bring in nothing but the truth. I bring you facts back to back content. Now, but mazana share video, share. Don't be so insane. Kabili. Ne we are share what your comment section. But from Yafa, we do my from a kuska. I'm a crowd. Let's in the